Hello, you wonderful, beautiful people of the world. I am very aware that you cannot really see much of my face, but I thought the view was absolutely incredible that it doesn't matter that you can't see my face or a lot of my features. As long as you can see the body and it's moving, then that's what we will do. Okay, so I'm in Sri Lanka at the moment, and it's freaking beautiful here. And I couldn't not share this view with you. Just so green, so dense, so lushful in the mountains. So I hope you enjoy looking at that. But welcome back to another video. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Yogi Court, and today we are doing yoga for runners. Now, I'm a runner myself, and I know how much the hips can get super tight, our hip flexors especially. And as a runner, you need a strong core, a strong body in general, but a strong core, some strong legs, and really nice, strong, loose hip flexors to help you enjoy your runs. And also within your ankles as well and your knees, So we're going to be focusing today a lot on some leg strength, and then we'll add in some hip openers and some core. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so grab your mat, grab your space wherever you are. I'm going to start in some child pose, opening the knees nice and wide to the mat as you walk your hands down and send your chest down as well. Here, you really want to try send the hips to the heels, and then notice how the hips feel in this slightly opening, not too much pressure here. Let's start to take a grounding breath in through the nose, and deep breath out through the nose. Deep breath in through your nose, and a full breath out through the nose. Starting just to bring yourself to the present, to your mat, to the space, to the practice. And on your next inhale breath, you're going to push into your hands as you come all the way up to a tabletop position, placing the hands underneath the knees, or rather, the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, spreading the fingers nice and wide as we untuck the toes and inhale to send the chest down. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, round the back, untuck your toes, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, cow as you drop the belly to gaze forward, push away from your hand. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Notice the shoulder blades separate. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, open up. And exhale, fall down. Slowly come back to center as we're going to take our right leg out, flexing the foot and then taking the heel up to the sky. And then here you want to keep that right hip turning inwards towards the ground. Bend your right knee, so take the heel towards the bum. And then we're going to create some nice fire hydrant 90-degree angles with the knee here. Yeah, I don't want you to focus necessarily on that 90 degree, but rather just work with whatever mobility you have. So you want to keep that right hip down to the mat, and then just rounding and rolling that knee out, around, and in. Back, around, and in. And then push away from your hands so that you find your stability here. Keep the foot nice and flexed. Let's rotate the other direction. So down, open, and back. Notice how this is activating into the hamstring and the glute as well. Then slowly come back to center, straighten out the leg to the back. And then place the toes down as we come forward and back, just stretching out the calf. Keep the breath nice and long here. And I'm going to lift that heel up to the sky again. And then we're going to take the right leg to the right. Try to keep it as straight as you can. And then place the ankle down quite close to that hip, or rather in line with the hip, as we walk our hands forward into a puppy's pose. But we're going to stay onto the fingertips here, so it's quite nice and active. Noticing your shoulders here, but then also noticing this inner thigh as you pretend like someone's pushing into that right outer foot. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, walk your hands towards that right foot as you place the hands down onto the ground, or maybe you're grabbing the right foot, whatever feels best for you right now. For me personally, my body is quite tight today, so I'm going to go where it feels good, not where I know I could maybe potentially go, but not overstretching. Rather just listening to the body, for each and every day is super different. Let's take an inhale. Then exhale, walk the hands back to center, come to the tabletop once more. And then try to keep that leg straight as you take it all the way back and bring it in. Rearrange the body for one round of cat and cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Gently release, drop the belly. We change over, taking that left leg out this time, taking the heel up towards the sky, turning that left hip to face the mat. Bend the knees so you take the heel to the bum, and then just taking it out, down, back, around, down, back. This is called fire hydrants. Also a beautiful Pilates movement, but here it's so nice because this really just moves that femur bone in the pelvic bowl. Just really working into the hip flexor and the overall mobility of your hip. Trying to keep a conscious awareness to the movement. Rotate the other direction, so go out first and then back and down. You also want to notice if that hip wants to open up to that 90 degree. Remember, that is not the goal. So nice. Let's do one more here. And then you're going to straighten out that leg, place the toes down, and then move forward and back as you stretch out the calf. Stay with your breath. Keep it nice and long. I'm going to lift that left leg up. Keep it as straight as you can if possible. It's okay if you bend it. And then you're going to take it all the way to the left so that the ankle and the hip are in line together. Then you're going to walk your hands forward and come onto the fingertips as you send your chest down. Here, the left toes are still facing forward as much as you can, pretending as though there's someone maybe placing their foot or their hand onto the outer blade of that foot and really just pressing into the ground with that foot so you can feel this more into that inner thigh. Wherever you need to bend your joints to make it slightly easier for you if you are quite tight, that's more than welcome and absolutely okay. Let's take a deep breath in. Next, we walk your hands towards that left foot, maybe placing the hands onto the foot or just gently on the ground by it. Remember, this is just the beginning of the practice. Maybe this is early in the day for you as well, so just be gentle with the body. The stretch is so good to do before or after a run. It doesn't really matter. It's super, super okay. Or just in general as well, just to get that stretch out in the body and the mobility going as well. The second inhale. Then exhale, walk the hands back to center. And then as controlled and straight as the leg as you can, we take it all the way back. Place it down, rearrange the body, one round of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the back. So nice, gently release as you take your hands slightly forward so that you come into a 45 degree with the body. Bend the elbows, take the chin and the chin. Slowly lower down the hips as we open up the hands along the shoulders. We're going to bend into your left leg as you twist it to the right. So here you're lying on your right ear. Your right hand is straight, so you feel this into the shoulder. And then you can come onto the fingertips of that left hand as well. Breathe into the twisting of the spine and into the digestive system, into the internal organs here. And then notice how that left knee feels the more and more you open up as it goes into the hip flexor. Let's take one more inhale here. Exhale, slowly draw that left leg back. Take your time. Neutralize the spine. Keep your left leg bent. Heel to the bum. Rotating that left hand onto the left foot, taking the right hand onto the left foot, nice little quad stretch. Here you want to slightly take the chest and the head above the mat, and then you want to draw the left heel into the bum as you take the left knee down to the mat, pretending like you're drawing it to the right foot. So you feel a nice deeper quad stretch here. Let's take one more breath. Exhale, gently release. Hands go back into that T shape, align with the shoulders. Other side, bend the right leg. Right leg to the left. Noticing left shoulder this time as you relax your left ear onto the mat. Notice how it feels as you open up that right knee. Deep breath in. Next, right leg back. Keep that right leg bent as you draw your right hand onto the right foot. Draw your left hand onto the right foot. A nice little deep quad stretch, heel to the bum. Knee down to the mat, so towards that left foot. So you feel this quad stretch even more. And stay with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Hands beneath the shoulders. As you open up the spine, a little bit of a upward facing dog. And bend the knees, come onto the knees. Rearrange yourself to come into a downward facing dog. Hands are shoulder distance apart, feet are hip distance apart. Everybody bend your knees. Take your upper rib cage to your upper thighs as you relax your neck, but micro bend into your elbows, spread the fingers nice and wide. Now, yes, this is a flow, but it's also just an opening of the body and of all of these beautiful areas that us as runners use. So allow this to be a strong flow for sure, but we're just getting that blood flowing and that circulation going within the muscles. Okay. So let's inhale, take the right leg up to the ceiling, three-leg dog. Bend the knee, flare open the hip. You take the heel to the bum. Here, either you stay, make sure that you are pressing into the hands nice and evenly. Flex your right foot. Start to rotate your right knee in circles in the sky. Opening up that hip space. Maybe feeling it click or crack a little bit. So nice. And then you're going to straighten it out to that three leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, step the right leg forward, left knee lowers. Inhale, arms rise, Anjanasana. We're going to flow here a little bit, moving that mobility. Exhale, take it back, hamstring stretch. Hands can go down. And coming onto the heel of the foot here. Bend the knee, inhale, arms lift, Anjanasana. Exhale, take it back, hamstring. Inhale. Exhale. Moving from that left hip flexor, keep on going. And towards that right hamstring, maybe trying to keep the chest and the spine straight here. And then maybe offering the hands go back in that hamstring instead of the ground. So nice. We're going to bend that leg. Inhale, arms lift. We'll change it up here. You're going to draw your left arm down. Your right arm will stay up. And then you're going to heel toe your right leg out. Just create some more space here. Let's take an inhale. And exhale, right elbow to the right ankle. Press it down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, elbow, ankle. It's okay if the elbow does not touch the ground. Inhale, lift. Last time, exhale to hold and breathe wherever you are. Now, there's quite a lot happening in the shape, especially in the hip flexors, both left and right. And then there's a slight outer or external rotation of that right knee as you feel this into the right outer glute. So nice as inhale, reach the right arm up. And I know you're not going to like me for this one because I don't like me for this one. You're going to bend into that left leg and take the right hand onto the left foot. So this is going very deep. Oh my God, it's so sore. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If your knees are quite sensitive here, you can double up the mat or you can place a towel or blanket underneath your left knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, gently, slowly release. Untuck your left toes as you draw the left knee down. Your right arm is still up here. Right hand down, right leg steps back, high plank. Flow into your chaturanga, so that's bending into the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog, untuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying with the breath. Here you're welcome to straighten out the legs now, just to feel into the hamstring, and pretend like you're sending the hips up towards the ceiling. Okay, let's inhale, take the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, flare open the hip. Start to create some circles with that left knee into the sky. Noticing that left hip flexor. So nice. Let's come back to center, straighten out the leg. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward as you lower the right knee down. We flow, we move. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hips back, straighten out. Bend the leg, lift. Exhale, take it back. And then really trying to keep on going. Distribute the weight between both of the legs nice and even. You've got two more here. This time, maybe taking your hands back as you come into that hamstring stretch, keeping the spine straight, feeling into that balance. And then we slowly bend into the legs, arms lift. And exhale, right hand down, your left arm is up. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to the ankle, let's bring it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow, ankle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow, ankle. Hold, breathe, and stay. Notice right and left side. Maybe one is more loose than the other. Stay with your breath. Okay, you're going to gently release. So we inhale, take the left arm up. Exhale, left hand onto the left knee as you push it out and open, coming away from that shoulder. Inhale, left arm comes up. Bending into the right leg as you left hand, right foot. Nice deep quad stretch, hip flexor stretch. This side for me definitely feels better, but it still doesn't feel great. So don't worry, we're in this together. Let's just breathe. Inhale. Exhale, gently, slowly release. Untuck your left, or rather your right knee as you keep your left arm up. Left hand down, high plank. Chaturanga as we flow. Downward facing dog. Take a nice breath. How are we doing? How are you feeling? Okay, we got one little more flow on each side. Stay connected to the breath. We'll add on slightly more here, even opening up the hips even more. Okay, inhale, use your right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open it up. Create the beautiful circles. So nice, straighten out that leg. 3-leg dog, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Anjanasana, left knee lowers. Arms lift, inhale. Exhale, hips back, straighten out. I'm going to do this one just one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take it back. Then the leg, arms lift. Left arm down, your right arm stays up. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow to ankle to hold, breathe, and stay. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, right hand onto the right knee as you flare it open. Slowly draw that right leg back. Right hand, left foot, quad stretch. Bring it in. If you can't touch it on that left foot, that's perfectly fine. Maybe grabbing a strap is useful around that foot, or just suggesting that you're doing that with the body. That's also perfectly fine. Don't worry, eventually it will get there. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. We're going to change it up here. Untuck your left toes and then walk your hands to the left as you come to a wide leg forward fold, folding all the way down. Your toes in and your heels are out. Really feeling into the hamstrings here. Okay, we're going to work into that hip mobility. As we open up the toes, heels in, toes out, bend into your right leg as you come onto the heel of the left foot, low skandasana. Use your hands if you need. Walk to the other side, bending the left leg, straighten the right. Woo, those inner thighs are feeling this one. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Inhale. Exhale, other side. So nice. You're going to walk your hands back to the front of the mat as you bend into your right leg, and then you're going to step your left leg closer, probably about a meter apart here. Both feet are on different train tracks, and here with the hips, your right hip is back and your left hip is forward, and you're folded. You're pretending like the back left heel is pressing against the floor, and there's a nice even weight within the distribution of both legs here. If you need that right leg to be bent for that hamstring, you're more than welcome to. Please listen to the body. You know your body more than I do. And then relax your neck. So nice. Both feet place together, forward fold. Feel the hamstrings. Working into that knee and ankle health, we bend into the knees, toe stand, coming up onto the 10 toes, straightening out the spine. We won't stay here for too long. We're going to flow through that. Hands down, lift up, forward fold. Hands away, bend the knees, come onto the toes, straighten the spine. Let's do one more. Forward fold. Bend the knees, heels lift. So nice, hands down, straighten out the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come onto the shins, shoulders draw away from the spine. Exhale, fold. Hands down, we step back, high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Stay with your breath. We've got one more little flow, then we're done. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-leg dog. Bend the knee, flare, open the hip. Rotate that left knee around into the sky, creating beautiful, pretty pictures of circles. Straighten out the leg. Inhale, come back to that 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it forward. Right knee lowers. Inhale, arms lift, Anjanasana. Exhale, straighten it out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. So nice, bend into that left leg. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down as you reach your left arm up. Maybe heel toeing that left foot out to create some more space. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, elbow, ankle, hold 3 breaths. It's also, as I said, it doesn't matter that the elbow doesn't touch the ground or the ankle, perfectly fine, but you're welcome to place a book or a block or a pillow underneath the elbow if it feels better, adding extra support. Okay, let's inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, left hand, left knee, flare the foot open, come onto the outer blade of the foot as you come away from the shoulder. So nice, we place that left leg back, left arm is lifted, inhale. Exhale, left hand, right foot, quad stretch, hip flexor stretch. Gently, slowly release. Untuck your right knee, move to the right as you come to the toes in, heels out, wide-legged fold, release and relax. Breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose, deepen the belly. And exhale. One of my favorite skandasana. Heels in, toes out. Bend into your right leg, come onto the heel of the left foot. If you need a wider space to do this in, so heel toeing the foot out just slightly more, that's more than welcome. Use your hands if you need, come to the other side, bend the left, straighten the right. And other side, bend right, straighten left. Then you slowly walk your hands towards the left foot. So you frame the foot low lunge, top of the space. Stepping the right leg closer this time, coming a meter apart. All 10 toes are facing forward. Here you want your right hip forward and your left hip back as you fold. You're welcome to bend into the left knee. Really try pin down with that right heel, pretending like it's in the back of a wall. Spreading the weight nice and evenly within both legs. And you step the right leg forward, forward, forward. One more time with our toe stand. Maybe trying no hands this time. Bending the knees, come to the toe stand, hold and breathe. Hips back, straighten out, forward fold. Bend the knees, taking the knees over the toes. Feeling into this. Feeling into the balance. Heels down, forward fold. We got one more. Bend the knee to stand, find it. Heels down and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out your spine. Weights into the heels of the feet, feel the hamstrings. Exhale, fold hands down. We step it back, high plank. Last time, chaturanga. So nice, everybody. Let's bend the knees and come to our child's pose. Just for a couple of moments, noticing all the heat that's just been created in the body. Noticing the heart rate. And then slowly walking the hands all the way back up towards the knees. So nice, good job, everyone. Come into some deeper stretches now. We'll draw the heels to touch together. 10 toes are touching together. Straighten out the spine, Buddha Konasana. Creating some butterflies, moving the knees up and down. Deep breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Noticing into your hip flexors. Deep breath in. Exhale, softly, gently release. And then we're going to open the legs nice and wide. You're going to keep the feet nice and flexed. This is one of my favorite ones. Really gets into the inner thigh and the hip flexors here. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward. Slowly walk yourself forward first. Maybe you're bending the knees first or totally. Maybe you're coming about halfway and that's your point. Just go wherever feels most comfortable and okay for you so that you can hold for a couple of breaths. I know this one is one of the hardest shapes, or at least tightest shapes for some runners. Not all, but for some for sure. With running, we move in a very linear and vertical way. And a lot of the stretches focus on a horizontal lateral opening. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale, walk your hands all the way back towards the body. Nice. Place the hands beneath the knees, draw the knees together. Then you'll take yourself forward onto the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, we roll it down. Nice and slow. Placing the hands underneath the legs, or rather underneath your glutes. Reaching your legs up to the sky, pointing the legs. Inhale. Exhale, lower down all the way. Bring it back up. And keep on going. Exhales, you come down. Inhales, you come up. So nice leg raises to strengthen the hip flexors, and then also to strengthen the lower abs. This also works into the deep transversal abdominals, the deep core muscles. And then here you can point your toes and place the heel slightly in, toes out, so you even flex into the quads. Maybe tucking your chin to your chest so you feel this a little bit more. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And up. So nice. Bend the knees, draw them together. Give your lower back a little bit of a rock. And then slowly placing the hands onto the outside blades of the feet as you open it up. Happy baby. Playing around with your happy baby. Maybe straightening and bending it out. Maybe straightening out both legs. Just notice how you feel. And slowly draw the knees together. Inhale, squeeze the knees. And exhale, release Savasana. Left leg out, left corner of the mat. Right leg out, right corner of the mat. And move around as much as you need to find a nice, comfortable space. If you are in your home, you're welcome to play some nice, gentle music on, or put a blanket over you if you feel like it. Maybe grab a pillow underneath the head or underneath the thighs. Whatever works for you. Otherwise, just lying down in complete silence with no props is also perfectly fine. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth and release. Inhale through your nose. Open up your mouth and release. One more time to release and relax everything. Just giving yourself a minute to rest and restore, to allow the medicine of each shape to settle into the body. Relax the features of your face. Soften and deepen the breath. And when you're ready, slowly just start to move your feet and your ankles, fingers and wrists. Taking the hands behind you, give yourself a big full body stretch. Drawing the knees to the chest. And then rolling up to a nice comfortable seat, cross-legged or kneeling. Hands together at your heart center. Just noticing how you feel in the physical body, mental body. and spiritual body. So much love and gratitude for each and every one of you for joining and supporting me. I really, really do appreciate it. I hope that this has helped and opened up the hips or whatever tension in the body is opened up and released. And for our fellow runners out there, I hope you do this maybe before a run and it helps you to get a little bit of a PB. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody. Love and light. Namaste. See you next time.